Hello and welcome back to Clownfish TV. It is me, Geeky Sparkles, and I am by myself today because Neon is busy with something else. We're only going to do one video today, so this is going to be it. We're going to talk about Disney, so it's our daily dose of dismal Disney. We're going to talk about Bob Iger's pay. They announced it in SEC filing what his pay is since he came back to the House of Mouse, and it's less than he got before. We're also going to talk about the Walt Disney Company putting out a statement ahead of the annual voting, talking about who they recommend that you vote for, and it's basically themselves. So we're going to take a look at this. Before we get into any further, please like and subscribe. If you do, I'll give you a woohoo. And here we go. So Bob Iger, poor Bob Iger, had to take a pay cut. According to the SEC filing that they just did, that Bob Iger was making $45.9 million when he left in 2021, but now he's only down to $31.6 million. And of course, you know, the Hollywood stands are all pissed because he wasn't given the WGA and he wasn't given the SAG-AFTRA people what they wanted and wasn't giving them more money. And they're mad because he still makes a lot of money. But he makes significantly less than he did before. For 2023, his base pay was $865,385, with an additional $16.1 million in stock awards, $10 million in stock option awards, and $2.14 million cash bonus. Cash bonus for what? Because the stocks tanked. Last year, the stocks hit like the lowest it had been in like 15 years. So please explain what he got a cash bonus for. And his pay is basically, you know, partly controlled by the stock prices, but still $16.1 million in stock awards. Awarded for what? Again, this guy drove the stocks down. They brought him in thinking it was going to save the stocks because under Chapek they were falling. Bring Iger in and the stocks plummeted further. Okay. And we're going to talk about the reason that the company's in trouble. A lot of the issues they had were things that he did. Like it was being too expensive and some of the really ridiculous nickel and diming was him. And you know what? They went ahead and started nickel and diming even more. Genie Plus, which people hate, him. You know, undesirable mix that Chapek was talking about. They're doing it right now in Walt Disney World too. Annual pass holders are going to have good to go days where you're allowed to go without a park reservation. And day pass ticket holders don't need a park reservation. But annual pass holders on the other day need a park reservation. If you don't have it, you don't get to get in. Even if you want to hop, you still have to start at one park and move someplace else. But they're doing that to make sure that the day pass ticket holders are the majority or who they're focusing on because they make more money. Undesirable mix. Except he's not dumb enough to say it. He's the one that overspent on Fox. He's the one that greenlit a lot of the things that had bombed at the theater. It goes on and on. He's behind a lot of the choices that put the company in the position it's in now. He's the one that went and laid people off and everything else because, you know, we have to get rid of the bloat. But he himself was making $31.6 million. Still down from what it was before, but still too much, if you ask me. So people are already mad about that because that was what his salary was. I guess Chapek also got about almost $10 million for compensation in 2023, probably like a buyout of the contract or something like that. But what's interesting to me is while this is going on, you know, Bob Iger wasn't the only person that led the company down the shitter. There was the board, and a lot of the people that are on the board currently have been on the board for years, and were definitely on the board when poor decisions were made. So they put out this company statement, and they're trying to tell people who to vote for. And of course, don't vote for Peltz. So they have the 12 nominees for the 2024 annual meeting of shareholders. And here's what they're recommending. They're recommending Mary Barra, Safra A. Katz, Amy L. Chang, D. Jeremy Derrick, Carolyn N. Everson, Michael B. J. Froman, James P. Gorman, Bob Iger, Maria Elena Lagmazzino, if I'm saying them wrong, I'm sorry, Calvin R. McDonald, Mark G. Parker, and Derica Rice. And those names, you know, you're listening to those names and you go down here and here's the current board of directors. And almost every person that was named is already in there as their current board of directors. Since 2017, 2018, 2021, 2024 because it started, 2018, 2022, 2018, Bob Iger's been there a lot longer, 2022. That's the most recent stint. 2015, 2021, 2019. So some of these people, the majority of them have been in position of the board when they were making dumbass decisions. Like when they decided that, hey, we're going to stay out of politics. No, we're not. We're going to double down on politics. When they decided to, buy Fox and they let Iger overspend. When they decided to, greenlight movies or different things, they were the board in charge of what was going on. Ultimately, Iger and the board are where the buck stops, and they want to be put back in. And I'm like, you guys have the stock in the crowd. It's come back up, but it's still been pretty bad. Why would people vote you back in? But that's what they want. They recommend that you vote those people back in because the director candidates possess significant expertise in implementing strategic priorities while growing shareholder value across a spectrum of varied businesses. Yeah, I had to sell some of my stock because I got tired of you dragging down my whole damn portfolio. Please tell me again how there's shareholder value with the dumbasses you have in charge. They have the skill set, experiences, and professional backgrounds representing a diversity of perspectives and characteristics that are particularly relevant to Disney's business and strategic objectives. Yeah, again, same people have been in there for a long time. I'm still losing money. Okay. So, and then they go down here and they talk about who's who and what they do and who their CEO or vice president or whatever of. Who gives a shit? Still aren't doing the job well. And then they go down here and they said, the board does not endorse the nominations of Nelson Peltz and James Rasulo put forth by Trian Fund Management LP and its affiliates led by Nelson Peltz and supported by former Disney executive Isaac Perlmutter, collectively the Trian Group. The board recommends that shareholders do not vote for the Trian Group nominees, and they reject a related proposal from the Trian Group to amend the company bylaws. So don't vote for them. Don't vote for them. Just keep voting for us because we're doing such a fantastic fucking job so far. Yeah. Vote for us. And then, not to be left out, the other group that was challenging them, the board does not endorse the nominations of Craig Hatkoff, Jessica Schell, and Leah Sullivan put forth by elections as directors by Blackwell's Onshore LLC, Blackwell's Capital LLC, and Jason Intabi, collectively the Blackwell's Group, and recommends that shareholders not vote for the Blackwell's Group nominees. The board also recommends shareholders reject the related proposal from the Blackwell's Group. And the sucky thing is, people probably will just vote how Disney tells them to because they're too lazy to look into it. But you would think that people get tired of losing money because even if you bought your stocks when it was down to like $80 a share, you are probably a little bit ahead. But a lot of people have had them for a long time, but they've had them when they were about $90 to $100 a share on up, and you're losing money. It went down. It was like 93 like yesterday, and now it's at $90. It's like it keeps dropping. If over the course of the last 5 years, you can see it went up, 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 up. And that's when they're doing the, all the big box offices and all that crap. And then it progressively went down. And then it peaked just a little bit. Now, see, look, here it's $95. It went to $121 in August. And that was under Chapek. And it goes down here. And then October, $105, still Chapek. And then when Iger comes in, the highest it got was 109, and it's been nothing but go down, 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 down. A little bit up, but still it's staying relatively down. This is not helping. Bob Iger is not helping. People are like, what are you doing? How are you getting rid of them? What's the succession plan? Now the word is it's going to be from outside the company or something like that. They need to do something. And I'm sorry, the status quo, the people that you've already have in there have done a shitty job. They have not done a good job, except for the couple people that have been newer that might not like this. Carolyn Everson just came in last year, 2022. Jeremy Derrick just came in. And then there's Iger, who was already there before. Most everybody else has been there when the shit was hitting the fan. Why would you vote them back in? But, at the end of the day, but then poor Bob Iger, he needs the stock to do better so he can get more cash bonuses and stock option awards and things like that to make his pay higher. Because right now, his performance didn't yield him that much. And I honestly think it over-yielded him. He wasn't even getting $1 million base pay, but somehow he got $31.6 million from his other stuff. Stock awards, I'm losing money. A lot of people are losing money, Bob. Why do you get rewarded when you're just making dumbass decisions that's costing me money? Anyway, please like and subscribe, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.